Good morning, everybody. Oh, today is St. Patrick's Day and also my wedding anniversary. Oof, we've been legally married for 20 years. Together much longer than that, but legally married for 20 years. So I wanted to continue to stitch with you and work on this beautiful piece that's a tribute for Winter. The entire yarn ball is done, thank goodness. And the bottom of her paw. So we're working on getting there, and right now all we have left are these super light colors. So this is the 3865, and a lot of people are saying, oh, it's another white. Sort of. It's called Winter White. Alright, so it's slightly off white, but it's not Blanc, which is white, and it's not B5200, which is actually bright white. Now, I've contacted DMC over the years and learned some things about the colors and, what the names are supposed to be. But they don't officially list names for their colors. It's kind of funny, but it's what they do. So I hope all of you have had a good 3 weeks. I'm sorry that I've been gone, but we have had so much going on in our personal lives and with our family that, yeah, it's been crazy. The gremlins are now like an inch shorter than Snowman, their dad. They're huge, and they're only 4.5 months old. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. They won't be 5 months old. Well, they're almost 5 months old. They'll be 5 months old on the 20th. So, yeah, they've gotten big so quickly. I'm sorry that this is shaking you. I don't know another way to work this except to move it into hand, which I'm not quite ready to do. I'm almost there, but I wanted to complete something before I go there. Just to make sure that these stitches lay perfectly. Because, yeah, it's her. It's my pokey toes. Our grandson and both of our daughters are doing very, very well. Our daughter had another bout in the hospital, this time with ketoacidosis, because of her diabetes. So she has to constantly keep a very close watch on that, as she has type 1 and type 2. So it's considered diabetes mellitus, which is the scary kind. It's the kind all diabetics fear having, because it's the most dangerous. And that's why she has all these bouts of pancreatitis and goes through so many hospitalizations with that and with now the ketoacidosis, and there's just a lot involved for her. It breaks my heart. She'll be 37 in August, so this is my oldest child that I'm talking about. She works a job for a private company that the division she works for is contracted to work with federal health care. So that's what she has done for 11 years, is work with helping people get the right programs in federal health care for them. She's really an amazing lady. She's gorgeous. She's sweet. I doubt I could ever get her to come on camera, which is sad because she is my crafty girl. And she picked up that from me. All the loving of crafts. I found out she's diamond painting now. And I'm like, yay! I've infected another child. So now both of my daughters are doing diamond painting. Different levels, of course. My youngest likes the very, very, very simple small ones. And my oldest will do the more extensive stuff. So I think this year I'm going to get her a Diamond Art Club for her birthday. She is getting married again. Because she lost her husband about 3 years ago. He passed away. And she's getting remarried to someone she's been friends with and now involved with for many years. On May 2nd. So if there's supposed to be a video up for May 2nd, I don't know if I'll be able to get one up ahead of time or what the deal is going to be, but I have my daughter's wedding to go to, and I'm very happy for her because she has been very lonely since she lost Dan, and even, being with Christopher, I think he understands this, that her love for Dan will never go away. And, you know, he doesn't even complain about Dan's ashes being prominent in the house. And he understands, you know, Dan was the love of her life. He really was. And we all loved him. He was wonderful. He was wonderful. You know, he had some downsides to him, but we all do. But he was never mean. He was always caring. He cared about me, about the family, about my daughter was his life. She was his life. And definitely the love of his life. The only time he ever got married was her. And till now, she only married him. And they were together for quite a long time. And here, her dad and I are looking at our 20th anniversary. So, yeah, it's like, I wonder what my girls are going to have to say or do today, because you never know. They'll pop up with something out of the blue, you know, even as small as, hey, I wanted to drop by with these goodies for you guys, or I'm sorry I can't make it, but happy anniversary, Mom and Dad, I love you. You know, even that's enough. It's just the acknowledgement that, you know, we love them with all of our hearts, and we love each other with all of our hearts. So, yeah, it's hopefully going to be a happy, stress-free day, God willing, because it will be the first one that's stress-free in weeks, months, actually. Now, normally I make corned beef, cabbage, and potatoes for St. Patrick's Day every year, but the price of corned beef this year made me look at my husband and go, I am not paying that for corned beef. No way. No way. We can grab something cheap to eat. We are not spending $2.99 a pound for corned beef. I will not do it. You know, it's never been over $1.99 at St. Patrick's time until this year. Nope. That's just out of our affordability. If I could afford to do it, yes, I would cook that today, because that's tradition in my family. Because my grandma was Scots-Irish. It is tradition in my family also, because it was my grandpa's favorite meal. So we always had it in September as well, because that was always the birthday dinner he wanted, was his corned beef and cabbage. And he was the one that was Cherokee and German. But I think there was a little Scots-Irish in there as well. So, it's just a thing in our family, and I love the meal, and cooking it has never bothered me. You know, the standing up part I can't do, so this year I was planning to do it in the crock pot. My husband and I talked about that, and he said, let's try it in the crock pot, honey, because you can't be standing up, monitoring it, and doing all the things. Your body you can't anymore. The crock pot you could do at the table. Well, he's right. He's totally right. Which is never a wife's favorite thing to say. But, yeah. All the puppies are good. All of them. Chrissy is her happy self. She's 15 now. Ugh. My tiny baby. So, but they're all doing really well. They're all taking a puppy nap right now, waiting for Daddy to come home, because he has to bring puppy food home. They're finishing up the last of their bag. So, yeah, we need more puppy food. They eat a lot when you've got these young ones that are just huge, and they're growing, and yeah, they go through a lot of food. But they are such balls of love. They are. They like to come up in the bed and cuddle with Mommy, and all those good things that my Eskies have always done, and now, you know, our Chowskis do. We call them Chowskis because they're being raised by Chrissy. Winter and Snowman always acted like Eskimos. Snowman still does, of course. Winter is another one of our angels. So, yeah. That was a hard way to end last year, let me just say. And the pain from it just kind of rolled into this year. Now, I am planning to film a video starting the diamond painting that my sweet doctor got for me. She was so happy to hear that I loved it. We had a televisit last week. beginning of last week, and she was just ecstatic to hear that I really liked it. So was her assistant, because she was the one who mailed it to me. And it's just so sweet that the two girls got together. You know, Janine bought it, and Alexis made sure it got to me. And they wrapped it in brown crap paper, so it would be one of those brown paper packages. And I was laughing. I said, I'm surprised you guys didn't tie it up with string. And Janine told me, we thought about it. We just didn't know if you liked that movie. Yeah, I love Sound of Music. Anyway. So yeah. Tell me what your plans are for the week. What you're planning to work on, please. I wish you guys would converse with me a little bit more so I know what you want to see. And I want to know if I start a different channel for the stitching, is that what you guys want me to do? And would you, go to that channel as well? And if not, do I keep everything on here, or do you want me to take the stitching off? I know there are a lot of you that are stitchers, but I started a crochet thing also because that's the first fiber art I learned. My grandma and my Granny Perkins, when I was 5 years old, taught me to crochet. So that was the first fiber art for me, was crochet. I taught myself to knit in my 20s and did quite a bit of custom knitwear design. I also taught myself to quilt and made beautiful art quilts that were pretty well sought after because I designed everything out of my head. And now it's more drawing and painting because I don't have a functioning sewing machine. The foot that fits both my sewing machines was lost in a move, I guess. And so I have the machines, but I need a replacement foot for them. And they've been sitting and, gathering dust for so many years. It's probably just better to get a new machine. So that's why I don't quilt. Is that, and the major fabric company for our area is Joann's, and they're going out of business. So I'm hoping that we will have the funds that I can go make a visit to Joann's before they close and pick up a few things like needles, and I need a snag nabbit and some more thread conditioner. And I would like to get a nice piece of fabric and a variegated thread to do my ink circles Dragons of Sumatra with. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I also want to look at their yarns because Joann's had some beautiful, lovely to work with yarns that are going to be gone, and I won't ever be able to access them again, and that makes me so sad. But I want to get them before they're gone, if I possibly can. There's more than one Joann's location that we can get to by driving to them, but it's my health. Getting the scooter in and out is really hard on my husband at his age, and I can't go through stores without it. I can't function like that. The Michaels they built over here by us has a scooter, so I can go and not take mine and just use theirs, but Joann's that I know of has never had motorized scooters for people. So, and going through with my wheelchair is really not fun because your hands get dirty and no. Not when you're dealing with yarns and threads and all of that, fabrics and such. So yeah, cross your fingers and hope I get to go there before they're gone, and pick a few things up that I would love to do. If you would like me to do a whip and chat with the crochet, or when I'm knitting, please let me know. Please. I have not ventured into doing whip and chats with my paintings because I just can't see anybody being that interested in the techniques I use. But if I'm wrong, let me know. And when my brain will let me get back to painting, I'll do a paint and chat with you guys. But we'll see. I don't have any new products to review because obviously that's just right now not affordable. Nothing really is. But because there's a stitch along I really desperately want to get into in on that is such a discounted price. It's manufactured and designed by a lady in Canada, and I'm not sure which company she has produced the printed stitch pieces, but the painting was done by a fellow YouTuber, a fellow floss tuber, so I really, really, really would like to get that, and they're starting it in May for her birthday. And I have an image I want to talk to the owner of What A Biz about that is my own artwork, to see if maybe we can start something about 2 weeks after the beginning of Sanet's, because my birthday is June 13th. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what she has to say. I don't know what it will run me to get it done as a custom. I don't know if it's an image that she would want to carry. I don't know. But I have not even gotten to review one of their products yet. And the one I love is $85. So you see how that's been going. It's an angel, and she's done in purple and teal. So you know that really got me right there. There is another YouTuber that has just started it the other day, and I've not watched that video yet, but she had hers done in silky threads, and I do not want that. I would like to have just the wings in silky thread, but I don't know if Sandy's able to do that, or if I just need to buy the colors separately through DMC's silky threads, since they're the inventors of that, and go from there. But I don't want the angel herself or the background to be silky at all, because I don't think the shiny skin is something I consider pretty. That's just me. That's just me. So it would be very different from mine to Lisa's. But yeah, we'll see how any of that goes. We've got to find out if we're going to be living here or not, and I need my husband to contact him today, because tomorrow is the last day that we can be here if we're not allowed to stay. So we'll see what the landlord says. I pray that he lets us stay for a while longer until I can gather the money to move to a different house, because emotionally, I'm not ready to let go of this house. We just lost winter here a few months ago. I'm not ready. But I'll get there. Or else I'm not financially able. So, please say a prayer for that for us. That's what we've been dealing with for the last few weeks. That's the biggest item we've been dealing with. But there have been other things too. I made the decision to sell my dad's truck, but I wanted it to go to my daughter's, and thankfully my eldest daughter purchased it, and she's going to have it fully restored, which is all I wanted. I didn't want it changed up and messed up, was my big thing. But she's letting me keep rights or privileges, however you wish to say it, that whenever I want to go fishing or camping or anything, I can take my truck. So she said it's really that all three of us girls own it. She and our youngest daughter, and they decided to include me as part owner in it still as well, because of course it was my dad, you know. And I love that truck. But I went to the hospital to have all three of my children in that truck. That's the biggest reason I think I can't let go of her completely. But yeah, my daughter decided to help us out by purchasing her, and they came over and put a cover on it that didn't fit it quite right, so my daughter ordered a special cover for my truck, and that way the HOA can shut up about it and leave me alone. So yeah, but she decided to take my grandson. She asked me if she could have him, and she's had him for a whole week. Today makes an entire week, so I'm like, wow. I know she missed him, but I hope he's behaving himself for his aunt. Now, she is also his godmother, in case something were to happen to my daughter and myself, Danny's mom and myself, then my oldest daughter would take custody of him. So, because her health is not the best. Hers is more immediately life-threatening issues than mine. So, yeah. But hers also has possible treatment, and I don't. I just kind of have to deal with it and hang on, do the best I can. And pray that they put some research into this disorder, but who knows? Who knows? I doubt it. With the way that the economy is and things that are being cut off, I highly doubt it. But if not taken care of in the only possible way, which is to get rid of blood, then it can turn into blood cancer. So that's my prayer, is we don't get there. We don't get to that point. That's the last thing my children need. Is, oh, mom's got blood cancer, so there's absolutely nothing we can do. Yeah. Let's not have my daughters go through that. I would prefer they don't. So, here's what it is. But I don't let it get me down, and I don't stay focused on my illness, because if I do, then I'm going to be depressed all the time and give up. And I'm not a giver-upper. I'm one of those fight my way through it kind of girls. And I think a lot of you out there that have chronic illness, because I know there are quite a few of you that suffer from the same chronic illness I do, and other things as well. And that was when we used to have our lives, we could talk about that together and not feel like we're alone in our battles. And I want to do lives again, but I tried that and absolutely nobody signed on. So I don't know what time of day to do them or what day of the week, if you guys even want lives anymore. So it's up to you guys. You gotta let me know what you want. Or we'll just stick with as many videos as I can produce per month. That's what I've been trying to do, is just whatever I can. So, yeah. That's all I can do. Mainly, I just wanted to check in with you all and say hello. And I'm still here. I'm sorry that I was gone. But like I said, we've had some family emergencies. So, those kind of lean in and take priority over everything when they happen. Thankfully, most of it has been remedied. We're just, like I said, waiting on news of the one final thing. That's all there is to continue to pray that God will help us on, so that we can stay here. At least for a few months, you know, while we gather enough money to move on. So, we'll see. I'd like to just, you know, stay here for the rest of this year. And then move up north is what I'd love to do. Because then I can kind of be finicky about what properties I would take up north. I'm sorry for my hand being in the way all the time, guys. That's why I stitch two-handed on screen, because then it's my left hand up here and it's not right under the camera. Yeah. So let me know what you want me to do. Do you want a separate channel for stitching? Which would also include like crochet and stuff? Or do you want me to keep it all on this channel? Because there's times, guys, where I just can't diamond paint. I'm sorry. There's times I physically cannot do it. And that sucks, but it is the way my body works. Sometimes I can get through 2 or 3 big diamond paintings, and then my body goes, nope, we're done. At least with the stitching, I can either set it up here on this makeshift table I have, or put it in bed where I can prop my back up, and then I feel better. It just all depends on what I can do that day. Now, I only have 2 more threads parked on here to work on, but they're in a place I can't really do with the phone camera there. But I wanted to wish you all a wonderful and safe St. Patrick's Day. I hope that you all have a great time, and be careful. There's a lot of people that drink very heavily on St. Patty's Day, so please, please be careful when you leave your house that you don't run across drunk drivers. I would really hate for that to happen to any of you. I love you all so much. And you know my thoughts and prayers are always with you. I will try to get out a diamond painting video this week to kind of make up for the 2 lost videos there were. I'm so sorry about that. But as you can see, I was working very hard that entire time, just to keep my sanity. But God bless you all. Please be safe and have a wonderful holiday, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye-bye.